Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to be using what in my opinion is the best Mega Knight deck in the game right now. I don't know if you guys have seen this deck yet, but basically it's been becoming pretty popular recently the last few weeks, and I made a video on this deck before. Essentially it's a very similar deck to what I made a video on before. Basically the only difference is it has Mother Witch instead of the Snowball, and I feel like Mother Witch is just so much better right now in this meta, and it makes more sense to have than the Snowball, because you don't really need the pushback from the Snowball, especially against things like Balloon, when you already have the Ram Rider, which is so great against Balloon decks. Poison Bar Barrel, so even though you don't have that Snowball, you have enough spells. Poison, really good against Graveyard. Mother Witch against Graveyard as well. Bar Barrel is so good to have as a tank. It's also good just to have for distraction, and good against Log Bait. So that's why you want to have Bar Barrel over the Snowball. Inferno Drag, really good versus tanks. And then Mega Knight, nice to have instead of P.E.K.K.A, because I feel like even if you had P.E.K.K.A, you don't necessarily need that versus Electro Giant. You can still win the matchup with Ram Riders and stuff like that, and really good pressure. And Mega Knight's so much better against Royal Hogs and Recruits, which I feel like there's a lot of in this meta. So before we get into the first game, if you guys want to support me, you can use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Help support me, the channel, and I really do appreciate all you guys use my code. It means a lot. So I'm not too high on ladder right now, but you know, 25 days left of the season, so who cares? I was playing the global tournament. Like 1,000, still fairly high up though. I just didn't play much ladder like the last couple days. Whenever there's a global tournament and it's like beginning of the season, I prefer to focus on the global tournament instead of ladder. And I have like 3 accounts that I play it on, so definitely takes like a bit of time. We're gonna go with the Bandit here, see what he wants to do. He's gonna actually split E-Barb, so I'm gonna go Inferno Drag for the on the one on the right lane. And E-Barbs don't really tell me a lot, because pretty much every deck in the game can have E-Barbs in them, so Mother Witch should be able to get some really good value here against these bats. I am going to let that E-Barb get a couple hits, and that's just because I didn't feel like I had a very good cycle for dealing with it, and because we're getting damage from that Mother Witch there, and the pigs that were spawned, it doesn't matter too much anyway. He's actually going to go for Royal Hogs, not sure why. I guess maybe he didn't know that we had Mega Knight. I'm not really sure, though. But we're going to have a nice counter push going in here. We don't want to go for a Ram Rider just because he is back to E-Barb, so he should be able to defend this pretty easily here. Yeah, E-Barbs do come down. What I'm probably going to do... Wow. Mortar? That's very interesting. So we do get that Mother Witch down in time before the mortar locks on the tower, and going to be good defense. So I was really caught off guard by that mortar, I'm going to be completely honest. If he goes for Royal Hogs, like if he outcycled their Mega Knight, I'm going to have to probably go for an E-Wiz and then potentially play a Ram Rider too. But because we're back to Mega Knight now, should be good. Even though he split them, I'm going to play my Mega Knight on the left lane just because he's dealt way more damage on the left, and this way we have a counter push. We're already supporting the Inferno Drag that we played. We can actually go for a Bandit in the opposite lane because he had to commit 10 elixir on the left lane, so he may not have enough to defend, but it looks like unfortunately he's going to be able to because he went for a nicely timed Electro Spirit. We're actually going to go for a Bar Barrel. I leaked a little bit of elixir to ensure that the Musketeer was going to get hit by it. We'll just go for an Inferno Drag. And I think in double elixir this will be a little better for us. So he's actually going to let some bats spawn there, which is great. Ooh, I think he might have misclicked that Musketeer. And he split the E-Barbs. Wow, interesting plays on his end there. We're going to actually poison. That's very good value. We're hitting an E-Barb, a Musketeer, and the mortar. Cycle Mother Witch. Goes for the bats. Ooh, should have played it high up. I guess it's okay, though. He's going to go for the Fireball. So let's cycle Inferno Drag. He cycles his Musketeer. So I guess we'll go Bar Barrel here. The Mega Knight in front. This Mega Knight's going to get a lot of value. Good poison value there as well for us. And we'll see if he goes for those Royal Hogs. Ooh, nice damage. He's been playing this pretty passively. So we just go for a Ram Rider. I think we'll go Mega Knight in the back. If he goes Hogs, we have to Bandit Ewiz. Maybe Mother Witch in the middle. Four, 3. Wow. That was a good game. We somehow won that. Jeez. To be honest, I didn't think we were gonna win that like a couple minutes ago because we had the hardest time breaking through. But we were finally able to like overwhelm him at the end when it mattered most. That was such a, yes, I mean that was clutch. That's the thing I feel like with this deck, like if your opponent gets sloppy at all at any point in the game on defense, you'll be able to break through like you saw there. I feel like that probably was a pretty solid matchup for him, and the only reason why I say that is because he was able to get so much value from his mortars and his E-barbs. E-barbs are just so broken, you know? Like he played it well too. So he just was able to he was able to maintain like a small lead that whole game, and then I think he just messed up his defense a tiny bit at the end, and that's just, as I said, all we needed to break through. So this is going to be Expo, which is not, in my opinion, an easy matchup, but the way you win it is you want to play pretty passively, especially in single elixir like here. I'm actually perfectly fine leaking some elixir. I will Ewiz this, but you want to play, as I said, play this very passively. You got to be very cautious what you cycle. So you want to Inferno Drags kind of like on the edges, because if you play it on the inside, the Tesla hits it easier. But yeah, if we survive single, we have a better chance of winning this. So that's got to be kind of like our game plan. We'll wait a little bit to go for a Barbarrel. He's going to go for his Expo. I'm going to kind of wait here and see if we need to drop a poison on it. We probably will. Actually, I'm going to see if we can sneak a Bandit in. Yeah, we're going to have to poison. I didn't want to have to poison. That's why I was waiting so long to play that. He might drop an Expo right at 6 elixir. If that's the case, we're just going to try to go for an Inferno Drag and a Barbarrel on top of it. Changed my mind. We're going to try to Ram Rider it. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is a really hard counter because there's nothing we can do in single elixir to stop his Expos. Like he was able to outcycle us and get a lock. We can try to come back and double though. I feel like that's where we have a chance in this matchup, like double and triple elixir. And they have to be a good Expo player. Like always, you know, Expo is a deck that's hard to play. So you can see here, he's making, like he made some mistakes there on defense, which allowed us to break through. And that might have been all we needed to like win this game. We'll see. Gonna go for a Bandit to distract this Expo. We are able to do that. We're gonna try to get a poison off here. Expo does not get the lock. I'm going to have to Ewiz this as much as I don't want to. I can't allow him to get any chip damage. He's going to take an Ewiz hit. That's a mistake. He can't be taking damage like that at this point in the game. So he's going to cycle a fireball. He misses everything. He doesn't even hit the bandit. So this is huge. He's potentially throwing this game here. But it's such a hard counter, so we may still not be able to break through. We'll see. It's actually going to pressure the opposite lane. Beautiful bar barrel on our end there. We'll do our best. Hopefully we can beat the hard counter. Makes it to the tower. We can poison this. Really good poison value. No, we tried. Hard counter. Again, I don't mind showing losses, especially to like horrible matchups. Kind of like showed you like how you want to play the matchup. If he didn't get that expo lock early on, we probably could have won, but that's why that is a hard counter, because there's really nothing you can do to prevent expo locks in single elixir. Like a good expo player will like get an expo lock in single elixir pretty easily, but if you can avoid it, you can win. But like when he got that lock, all he did was cycle spells and free win for expo, unfortunately. We'll just cycle Ewiz here. Baby Dragon doesn't tell us a lot. You go Bandit to support. Valk. Just we'll go Mother Witch just to kind of see like what kind of spells he has. He's gonna have a bowler. So this is most likely Graveyard. Cycle our Inferno Drag. I'm gonna hold off on poisoning, even though it was tempting to do that, because I don't have my Mother Witch in cycle, which means I'm gonna need to have my Ooh, that Ewiz came in clutch last second, allowing the Inferno Drag to almost kill that. We're gonna poison. And then Mother Witch, just to help clean that up. Bandit gets the tower 2. So we have a hard counter here. So last game we lost, the other guy had a complete hard counter, but we have a hard counter now, so we should be able to win this. Because we have Mother Witch and Poison, and also our Inferno Drag gets so much value in this matchup, because I don't think he has a single reset to it. So it should be a pretty free win for us here. We're going to go ahead and cycle Mega Knight. If he's forced to play a bowler into it, that's perfect, because the Mega Knight's going to get some good value. What I'm going to do here is go Bandit in the opposite lane, just so the bowler doesn't get too much value. I'm fine with him doing that, because he took so much damage. We're going to Mother Witch. Poison. Barbaro. Ooh, horrible freeze. He missed the Mother Witch. I think that might be good game. All because he did that. Like, he missed. Mother Witch got an insane amount of value there. We'll cycle our Ram Rider in the opposite lane. And depending on what he does, I might go for a Mega Knight in front of it. I think I am. And then we're going to go for an Ewiz if he goes for an Inferno Drag. He didn't, but I figured he would play it, so I was trying to predict it. We're going to keep up the pressure here to force him to play cards that he probably doesn't want to. We'll go for an Inferno Drag. Wow, interesting. He plays his own. I don't know how I feel about... Wow, interesting. That was a really, really bad graveyard in my opinion. So I guess we'll Bandit to pressure the opposite lane. He's gonna bowler. Should try to take that out as quick as we can. And let's go for a Ram Rider in the opposite lane. He goes for the Inferno Drag. That's not going to be enough though. Go Ram Rider. Good US value. Oh my gosh. So many pigs. And we have 2 Mega Knights down. What the heck? We're going to keep up the pressure here. But now you guys can see why I have a really good matchup. With us having Mother Witch and Poison, we have 2 direct answers to that graveyard. And I'm pretty easily able to overwhelm him. We even took his tower there at the end. So nice win. We're able to redeem ourselves from the last game. Alright, so let's keep going. Versus Paulo here. So with Bandit in my starting hand, I'm usually fine starting with Bandit. It's a pretty safe starting play, but we'll wait like just a couple seconds, see if he wants to do anything. But if not, I'm definitely just gonna start with Bandit. It's pretty safe. He's got Heal Spirit, and then a Mega Minion. So we'll go Mother Witch. He's got one as well, so we'll poison that. I don't yet know what he's using, but it could actually be Sparky, because we see Heal Spirit, Mother Witch, and Mega Minion. Nah, it's going to be RG. Hopefully he doesn't have an E-Wiz. Yeah, it looks like he doesn't. This should be an easy matchup for us if he doesn't have a single reset to our Inferno Drag, because every time we play it, we're going to get so much value. He probably fireballs here. Yeah. So we're going to go Bard Barrel. We'll cycle Mother Witch because his fireball's out of hand. And then we'll probably poison his. The key to this matchup is not being too aggressive in single, because in double, when you can build up big Mega Knight pushes, paired with an Inferno Drag, it can be hard for your opponent to stop. All we need to do is ensure that we have our Inferno Drag in hand every time he goes in for that RG, and we should be okay. Because even though it might get a hit or two, ooh, I don't like those E-Barbs on his end. Even though he healed them up, I don't like that play. He just committed a lot of elixir, and I don't think that was worth it. He is able to defend because they're so broken, the E-Barbs, but I still don't think it was the best play, in my opinion. So even though he didn't play his RG yet, now that we're in double elixir, I am going to cycle my Inferno Drag. Because if he goes for an RG in the opposite lane, we can always... Can I save my Bandit? Yeah, we can. We can always Ram Rider. That's what I was going to say. We're actually going to Ram Rider now because he decided to... well, because he was so aggressive with those E-Barbs. Alright, we got to watch out here. Basically, if he doesn't take my whole tower, we win. And honestly, he came kind of close. But we got it, so GG. Nice win there. Like I said, not too hard. As someone who uses RG a lot myself, like, if you don't have E-Wiz for the Inferno Drag, typically the person who has Inferno Drag has a pretty good matchup because it's such a good trade. He had a hard time going in for RGDs because he knew like every time he went in for one, he'd be giving us a really good trade with that Inferno Drag. And Mega Knight's pretty solid against the E-Barb, so no real issue there either. So we're able to get the win. So here we go. See if this is our last game. Might play one more after this. We'll see how long it is. He's gonna go for a mortar. We're gonna bandit and then go Mother Witch. Oh wow, perfect. Perfect. We can poison. We should be able to get 2 more pigs potentially because it's gonna kill the ice golem. And then Musk dies. Perfect. Perfect. And the best part is he's pretty low on elixir right now because he had to like waste all that elixir, commit all that elixir. So we're gonna Barbaro. In this matchup, our Inferno Drag will get so much value because he doesn't have a reset for it, kind of like the last game. It'll be good against his mortars, his ice golems, and stuff like that. We're just gonna pressure with a bandit in the opposite lane. I know he's just gonna ice golem, but I didn't really have a better play than that. Go for an E-Wiz. If he plays a mortar, I'm gonna Mega Knight for sure. It's like he's just gonna Miner though, so we'll Mother Witch. He's gonna Fireball most likely. I'm fine with that. We'll chill kinda. He's got a cheaper deck than we do, so there's no need to be too aggressive and cycle something that we'll end up regretting. Like, I don't really want to play my Mega Knight until he goes in for E-Barbs, or until we can get like a reasonable amount of value out of them. Otherwise, I think it's way too risky. But if he plays Musk, I'm gonna poison that because we get tower damage and it's an even trade, so might as well take it. Just as long as I'm making sure I have enough elixir for his E-Barbs. So we'll actually Mother Witch in the right lane. And then I think we'll Ramrider now. I'm going to play it in the left, the lane where he has more damage. Mortar is able to get a shot, unfortunately. But the Ramrider connects. And now, looks like we're going for the left lane now, because we got more damage in that lane. After that connection there. So we'll actually go ahead and Mega Knight in the back. If he chooses to pressure with E-Barbs in the opposite lane, we're going to Ramrider to distract those and kind of like pull them in the middle. But because he's not, we'll just Ramrider in the back. I think we'll try to get a good poison here. Ooh, very nice. He's gonna E-Barbs, I think. There they are. Let's go for a Mother Witch, actually. This is gonna bait a Fireball out of him, probably. Doesn't, but it's still... Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. Look at how much value our poisons are getting. This is going pretty nicely. Barbaro, I would like to get a very like small Inferno Drag lock. Wow, that was actually that was a very good lock actually. Basically, if we just continue controlling this game very well, we should be able to get the win here without too much trouble. Just got to keep doing what we're doing, and as long as he doesn't get like a major E-Barb connection on our tower, I think we should be good. We do got to be cautious about this mortar here, but we have poison. And I'm pretty sure that mortar locks on the Ramrider and not the tower, so we're fine there. And then I'm praying that the poison does enough. Oh gosh. Jeez. Okay, that was a little too close for comfort. He really started to make a comeback there at the end. Whew, but we hung on. Really what a lot of these games are showing, even though we're winning, is how broken the E-barbs are. Like, jeez. Because I feel like none of them would be close without the E-barbs. So good video. I guess this one so we started here, so we won 1, 2, 3, 4 games. And we only lost 1 to the hard counter. And we kind of came back. Again, I don't really mind showing losses, like, even if it's, like, one of the earlier games in the video. Like, if it's a hard counter, it's a hard counter, you know? But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I haven't made a video yet on this deck, and I think it's pretty good in the meta. Now that the global tournament's pretty much over, I'll be pushing up. I'll be playing more ladder. Next video, I'll try to be higher up, like, you know, at least top 300, maybe even 200. See what I'll use. Try to find a deck I haven't, like, made a video on in a while. But anyways, that's going to be it. Make sure to like it if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.